My last blog post about beginning your marketing strategy talked about the generic marketing event calendar. It looks something like this. Okay, I've listed all of the holidays and the months that they appear in. Okay, so right now it's January 10th, and the next holiday is Valentine's Day. So I want to get my ads ready so that I'm ready to go at least a week before the actual holiday. So I don't need this Word document, so I'm going to click out of it. And now I am in my Gimp program. Now the one technique I'm going to go over before I go into the looking at the actual ads is I'm going to show you how to use the perspective tool. And the reason I'm going to do that is because this is one of my book covers. And as you can see, it's not really the proper size for this e-reader. So the perspective tool is going to help me fit it in here so that I can use it in the ad. So let me click on the picture, make sure I'm on the right layer, excuse me, and then click on the perspective tool and click over to the book cover, and taking one corner at a time, I'm going to fit the book cover inside the e-reader, making sure that I have all of the transparent area covered. Okay, now I can tell because I've looked at this book cover many times that it's stretched out of proportion a little bit. But because I'm using this as one element among 3 or 4 in the ad, it's fine. It'll work for me today. So I'm going to leave it just the way it is. Now, I've made 2 ads for each of my book series, and I thought I would go over them so you can get some beginner ideas about making your own ads. So if you look across the top here, I have gathered all of my components together. Usually has to do with a picture of my books on a transparent background like this, the book cover, which you just saw, and some royalty-free pictures. Now, I try to use what I have so that I get more than one use out of them. So this one I've already purchased and used, and I'm going to use it again because I can make it fit into a Valentine's theme. Okay, so once I have all of the components together, I can start putting the ads together. So let's look at the first one here. So here's that same picture I just went over, and let me start at the beginning here. I started with a transparent background. Then I dropped in the royalty-free picture that I already had. Then I put in my book series at the bottom. And I just added a Happy Valentine's Day. And I used, let's see, what is the font I used? I believe it was Edwardian. That's what it was, Edwardian. Okay. And so that's good to go. Now I'll just make one note. Once you put a title, Happy Valentine's Day, then you really can only use it once or twice. You can use it once a week before the holiday and then on the holiday itself. And then after that, you have to wait another year before you can use it. So just be aware of that. Even when I make ads for holidays, I make one that has the holiday in the design, and another one, I try to make it a little bit more generic so that I can use it at another time, like this one. So I will put hashtag Valentine's Day in my social media postings and, wish people a happy Valentine's Day as part of the verbiage. But this ad, because it only says love and possession, I can use this some other time as well. So let's take a look at how this one got put together. Whoops. All right, let's see here. All right, so I started out with a black background. Okay, and then I put in my books at the bottom and the picture. And let's see. Now, this one here I'm going to isolate because you see how there on this ad here, there's this harsh line. So I added another layer where I painted out with a soft brush that line so that when the ad was together, it took away that harshness and it blends better as one unit. So let's go back to where we were. Okay, and then I put my book cover in. Now, for the ads that I make using the whole series, I try to focus on the first and second book because during a holiday event, I'm hoping to attract, new readers and new people. So they're going to start with either the first book, or if they've already read the first book, they'll get the second book. So that's how I try to just work it. Okay, and this is the layer that I did the painting on. And then the last layer is the love and possession. And once the ad is done, you already know how to save. You click on File, Export, then you name it, and make sure you remember where you put it. Okay, so that is the vampire books. Now let's move over to the, this is more of a Catholic Christian mystery romance series. It's the Ryan Malarty Private Investigations. So this one, although it doesn't have Happy Valentine's Day, it has the hearts. So this one can be used on Valentine's Day, and in a pinch, I could get away with using this one at another time. And this one was very easy to do. So let's start from the beginning. So this is a royalty-free background. I added this picture after I removed the background. Okay. And then I just dropped in the books. And the rest of the holiday I will handle in the verbiage above the ad. So that's one for this. And let's see, where's the other one? Okay, here's the second one I made. Okay, and let's start at the beginning here. All right, so I started with a white background and I dropped in this picture, royalty free. Now, she's holding two hearts. Okay, so it's going to fit perfectly in Valentine's Day. And then let's see, the next one, I have a picture of the book. This is book one. And then these two are together because I did friends to lovers, which is the name of a trope. They really go from friends to fiancés, but the trope name is friends to lovers. So I'm going to target that as I post this on social media. So we've already learned how to put the border on the font by using the alpha to selection. So I'm not going to go over that again here. So these two, I have one for Valentine's Day, a second one that I can use on Valentine's Day, but that I can also use on another holiday. So let's look at the last two that I made for my third series. Let me see if I can find that one. Okay, here's one. Okay. All right, so this one is a Happy Valentine's Day, and this is the series pictures here, and this one we created earlier with the book and the e-reader. Okay, and let me see, where is the other ad for? Oh, here it is. Okay, now this one I didn't use the series books, I just used the first book, and this is specifically for Valentine's Day. And Jack and Fiona are the characters in the book. One more tip I want to give you is that once you have an ad done for a holiday that you can only use once or twice, in the beginning, you might want to put another title so that you can use it another time. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to click on this Happy Valentine's Day, and I am going to delete it. Now let me open this back up again. There we go. All right. So let's go to the font tool, the text tool, excuse me. And I have changed this off camera to Tahoma Bold 60. They started as enemies, but something happened. All right, so let's see here. And this I'm going to change to white. So let's see if this is in the center here. Now it is. Okay, so I'm going to save this now because it has a new title, and then I have 2 ads that I can put on, in the pool of ads that I use. All right, so let's rename this, export as, and this one I'm going to call enemies to friends. I'll put 1 because I'm sure I'll have more than one of these. All right, and export. Okay, so that is 2, 4, 6 ads that I've showed you how I put together. So that's more than enough for you to get going and start building your marketing ads for your books. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you learned anything or liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.